let's make some super flaky Laccha Paratha. We're going to start with some whole wheat flour, add some salt, a little bit of oil or ghee, and just mix that into the flour and break up the granules to create a sand-like texture. And then we're going to add some warm water. Just some warm tap water works just fine. And we're just going to add the water a little bit at a time until you have a nice soft dough that is not too sticky. And we're going to knead that for a couple of minutes. Just needs a tad bit more water. And then we're going to add a little bit of oil and just roll the dough into a log. And you can see how soft that is. And we're just going to let it rest for a little while. Just cover it and let it rest. Now that our dough has rested, we are going to break it up into 8 equal pieces. I like to cut it into half and then each half into 4s to create 8 equal pieces. Then roll each section into a ball and press to form a puck. Now take a little bit of dry flour and a bowl of oil or ghee, dip the puck into some dry flour and roll out a nice thin roti. Now we're going to drizzle oil or ghee onto your circle and just spread that out. You can brush that on. I like to just use my fingers until you have a nice thin layer across the entire surface. Sprinkle a little bit of dry flour. And then we're going to accordion fold the roti. We're going to keep the accordion fold about 1 centimeter wide and just fold over and under. And then we're going to roll it in and then tuck that end over top and just press it in so that it doesn't unravel as you are rolling. Add some dry flour to your spiral. And roll it out into a paratha. You can already see all of the layers. Add some more dry flour as needed so it doesn't stick. Transfer your paratha onto a hot tawa or cast iron skillet. This should be on medium-low heat. And let that cook until you start seeing a few bubbles or blisters on the dough. There it is. I'm starting to see a few little bubbles rising from the bottom. And we're going to flip and add a little bit of oil or ghee. Just spread that around using your spatula. And we're going to wait for some more bubbles or blisters to form on the other side. And turn that over one more time. And using your spatula, gently press along the surface. For this last part, if you're using a gas stove, you will increase the heat to medium-high. If you're using an electric stove, just keep the heat the same, and it'll just take a little bit longer to turn nice and golden. Now flip it back over the last side, and there you have it. Laccha Paratha.